Somebody has to have the guts to knock this Barney Frank down a peg or two, so I guess it's going to have to be me. He made a comment to our friends at cnsnews.com, I'm reading now. Mindless Republicans are heeding the iron discipline of conservative talk hosts like Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, said Barney Frank. I don't think we've found any Republican minds today. They shut their minds down. They're so afraid of being yelled at by Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. They won't even clap for him, Obama, even when they agree. You know what, Barney Frank? You ran a whorehouse. That's right. You ran a male prostitution ring out of your townhouse. Or you knew it was going on and you turned the other cheek. I don't need lectures from you, and neither does any other upstanding American citizen who follows the law. You were fixing tickets for Steve Goby, also in violation of law. You abused your position. We don't need lectures from you, you creep. You, and a couple of the others who we've talked about before, you covered up for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. You refused. Talk about regulation, you little jerk. You refused to put in place standards that apply to every other damn company in this country for auditing, for the treatment of assets in this quasi-government-run entity that involved our taxpayer dollars, you jerk. And you lecture us? You want to keep nationalizing the economy, you damn fool? You've never run anything but that big mouth of yours. You should be in an orange jumpsuit in some minimum or maximum security prison. I don't much give a damn. All of you people attacking corporate executives, you're the robber barons. You're the ones stealing us blind. You're the ones spending us into oblivion. You're the one that wouldn't regulate where you needed to regulate, you creep. See if you can get this jackass on my show, will you, Barney Frank? No, he won't come on. You know what, Frank? Call me up there. Call us up there. I want to take a piece of you, too. Come on, genius. Smart ass. We'll be right back.
Lent money to unqualified people, and the federal government which failed to provide oversight. Both political parties are to blame, as I've stated. Now, the factor has called on SEC Chairman Christopher Cox to resign, Senate Banking Committee Chairman Christopher Dodd to quit, and House Finance Chief Barney Frank to step down from his position. That's because for the past 2 years, Frank and his committee oversaw Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, two government-sponsored lending agencies, which pretty much are bankrupt. Congressman Frank was asked about Freddie and Fannie on July 14th, 2008.
I think this is a case where Fannie and Freddie are fundamentally sound, but they are not in danger of going under. They're not the best investments these days from the long-term standpoint going back. I think they're in good shape going forward. They're in the housing market. I do think their prospects going forward are very solid, and in fact, we're going to do some things that will improve them.
Well, obviously, that statement turned out not to be true. Joining us now from Washington is Congressman Frank. And we appreciate you coming in, being a stand-up guy. But shouldn't everybody in the country be angry with you right now?
No, you've misrepresented this consistently. I became chairman of the committee on January 31st, 2007. Less than 2 months later, I did what the Republicans hadn't been able to do in 12 years, get through the committee a very tough regulatory bill, and it passed the House in May. I've always felt two things about Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, that they had an important role to play, but that the regulation should be improved. Now, from 1995 to 2006, when the Republicans controlled Congress and we were in the minority, we couldn't get that done. Although in 2005, Mike Oxley of Sarbanes-Oxley fame, a pretty tough guy on regulation, did try to put a bill through to regulate Fannie Mae. I worked with him on it. As he told the Financial Times, he thought ideological rigidity of the Bush administration stopped that. But the basic point is that the first time I had any real authority over this was January of 2007, and within 2 months we had passed the bill.
Okay.
And that's finally,
true. All of that
and
is
then
true.
Also, one other point, the Senate was dragging its feet, as often happens, and in January of 2008, I asked Secretary Paulson to put in the stimulus bill. So The earliest chance I got to put tough regulation to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, we did it.
All right, that's swell, but you still went out in July and said everything was great, and off that, a lot of people bought stock and lost everything they had.
Oh, no.
And yes,
I said it wasn't a good investment. Please
don't give me any of that. We just heard the words. What are you? You didn't say that? You want me to play it again for you?
You didn't listen to it.
No, I listened to every word you said, and I have the transcript right here.
I said it wasn't a good investment.
Yeah, and you said going forward, we're going to be swell. From August 07th to August 08th. Don't, look, stop the BS here. Stop the crap. From August 07 to August 08, under your tutelage, this industry declined 90%. 90%. Oh, none of this was your fault. Oh, no. People lost millions of dollars. It wasn't your fault. Come on, you coward. Say the truth.
What do you mean, coward?
You're a coward. You blame everybody else. You're a coward.
Here's the problem with going on your show. You start ranting, and the only way to respond is almost to look as boorish as you. But here's the facts. I specifically said in the quote you just played that I didn't think it was a good investment. I wasn't telling anybody to buy stock. I said it wasn't a good investment. Secondly, I wasn't presiding idly over this. I was trying to get the regulations adopted.
Look,
we got them adopted in May.
Bottom line is, you're there 2 years. Bottom line is, stock drops 90%.
Yes,
in any private industry, you're out. In any private concern, you're out on your butt. But not here in the federal government. You can come in and make every excuse in the world, blame everybody else in the world, and then call me boring.
I'm not going to be bullied by your ranting. You can rant all you want. You're not going to shut me up. The problem was that we passed in 1994, in fact, the bill.
Now we're back to 1994.
Yes,
this is bull. This is why Americans don't trust the government.
No, this is why your stupidity gets in the way of rational discussion. The fact is, it was in 1994 that we passed the bill to tell the Fed to stop the subprime lending. We tried to get them to do it. The first time we were in power again in 2007, we passed the bill to regulate Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So during the 2 years
you tried to put a happy face on this in July. You tried to put a fan. Now you won't take it. Look, at least Cox is